Okay, I'm here. And say what I'm gonna say to everybody. If you want to write a book, publish it. It's better for people to read anyway. Alright, and right now, so we're gonna make sure the judges know what you're doing. We gotta make sure you know how to score, how to throw it up. Like nothing over a 10. 10.5 is still a 10, so it doesn't matter. Alright? And we're gonna bring our sacrificial lamb up here, Mr. DJ Buddha Love Jones. Oh, Buddha Love Jones.
Love Jones Entertainment.
Nice, I can't.
10,000 soldiers got my back as I marched from the forbidden city to lubricate napalm. I miss liberty for easy entry into the pseudo land opportunity. Who am I? I'm the sweatshop worker, the Bangkok hooker, the nuclear good, the communist onlooker, the landmark buyer, the straight-faced slide, the commercialized poverty child shipped overseas to Angelina Jolie, the jungle rebel, the import dealer, ejaculating opium cum to give newborn babies samurai eyes, pimp riding in a Honda, rolling down the street, smoking bamboo, sipping on ginseng juice. You try to read me like a subtitled kung fu flick, riding on the back of Yao Ming. I bring hope to reject the mainstream perspectives and sing songs of Golden Mountain from Ellis Island to Angel Island. I talk the talk and walk the walk in a pair of Converse sneakers, conversing through your Sony speakers, knocking away my frustrations, wondering if my last name is to blame, but my last name explains where I came from. The strength of my generation can be seen on the palms of my hands, running infinite Godspeed miles per hour, trying to save my identity before the INS steals my social security. I'm trying to make a change, y'all. I'm trying to make a change. But now motherfuckers got the nerves to call me the Asian plague. I'm about to run your shit like soy sauce and white rice. You cannot lower the taste of price of this poem. In 10 seconds, how many Asian Americans can you name that crashed your timeline and made an impact throughout the course of time? Besides Bruce Lee, I too have a dream, a surreal American dream. Playing patty cake with Whoopi Goldberg in the color yellow. Cause this is not a bootleg poem, y'all. This is not a bootleg poem from Canal Street before Ear Canal. And now, the Langston Hughes theme for English B, this is my theme for ESL.
Y'all give it up for DJ Buddha Love Jones. DJ, poet, artist, MC, Buddha Love Jones. Now let me see your score, this judges, 0 to 10, write them down, throw them up, soon as you get it written. You and me, unstoppable. Ain't no ocean, ain't no sea. I'm waiting till I see you all 5. Alright, we got a 8. Keep them up, keep them up, keep them up, throw them up, keep up high. I got an 8, another 8. 8.5, 8.7, and a 9. Alright, y'all give it up for the poet, not the scores. Give it up for Buddha Love Jones, being our sacrificial lamb. Seems like we got some tough judges in the house tonight, right? Everybody else is like, you can't give everybody all 10s, but now it's like all 8. It was like, alright. Real time, where you at? Let me see you. Real time. Real time. Alright, y'all give it up. Long time no see. Y'all give it up for real time.
Alright, how we doing? Been a long time. I'm gonna go into character, so don't judge me, okay? Through the eyes of a victim. It's y'all fault. Y'all niggas. Niggas ain't shit. Y'all the reason why I'm screaming this. Y'all the reason why I only be getting my groceries at the first of the month. Y'all the reason why I only be shopping at Pretty Women in Dots. I wouldn't be sipping cheap licks and bumming drinks from friends and owning strangers at shitty ass clubs and hole-in-the-wall bars where all the thugs and scrubs go. If it wasn't for y'all niggas, my life would be perfect. I chose to spread my precious legs and give it to you, and now everything seems worthless. I mean, I knew you was a hustler, but I'm a strong woman. My pussy should have been strong enough to change you. I knew you were in the streets with mad bitches, but my pussy should have been strong enough to change you. I know you ain't had a real job since 1993 because you spent the majority of that time under supervised authority. And when you wasn't locked up, you was cooking that rock up, getting that dough. But my pussy should have been strong enough to change you and make you get a real profession. It's your fault you ain't listen to my clitoris. Because my pussy got you whipped, I let you push my whip. And though I know you ain't got no license and a few outstanding warrants, but after I threw that good thing on you, I knew it would make you drive more careful. I'm the victim, I was approached for a few days by a dude with a degree, an upstanding Muslim, and a wholesome Christian. But they ain't trying to fuck till they married. It's 2011, that shit is boring. I'd rather deal with Pookie's court cases, Tyreek's unpaid child support, and V-Rock's venereal disease pill regimen. My pussy is the elixir and nothing that will make it all better. And I'm a strong woman. It's my job to help out these weak men. Who cares if I don't get no sleep when he roam the streets at freak hours? Because I chose you, you have to change and fit into every ideal and fantasy I imagine you to be. Even though you have no idea what that is, and neither do I. I had plans for you. I want you to become Tyler Perry. Soft, obedient, and non-threatening. See, she confused because she like thugs, but what else? Now you have no choice but to listen. Even though I know you trash, I told you to become diamonds. How dare you be defiant? And so far, even though I sniff cane, get bent off a Hennessy, run the streets, leech off the state with my welfare babies, dropped out of school and cuss like a fucking sailor, the fact that I let you fuck me should be all the reason for you to be all that I want you to be. I chose to fuck those known scrubs that run around mad clubs, getting birds pregnant, acting like slobbering Dobermans, pinching away their dignity. Get it? The only book he ever read is the one thrown at him during court sentencing. His menacing, grimacing face make my coochie so wet. It's your fault thugs are so sexy and church boys are so boring. Why you think preachers ride the bench and 50 Cent niggas say scoring? Fuck 40 points a game. Niggas like that make me come 40 times a night. I know my light bills overdue, my mortgage is foreclosed, my general warts is popping, and my bank accounts is froze. But if he could have been all I envisioned him being and listened to my coochie, wow, we wouldn't even be having this discussion. I'll keep playing the victim till I'm gray and old, but blame y'all niggas for being the reason why I never grow. Well over 40, let mad niggas sport me like some old school Nikes or classic Reeboks. They say my soul needs detox, but I blame y'all. Y'all niggas, it's y'all fault. How many times can a person get up in the morning, leave their shoelaces untied, and trip over them before they take the blame for the reason why they fall? Wow. Peace.
All right, give it up for real time. Judges, get them together, write them down, figure it out, throw them up in the air, let me see them. Like through that whole poem, I just kept hearing Danae in my head talking about, I hate chicks. Like that's all I was thinking, like, chicks. Back. I see 4. I need 5. I need 5 scores in the ear. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did number 5 go? 5. Okay. We got a 7. Another 7. 9.1. 9.5. And 8. Sorry, I was supposed to do that in descending order. 7, 9.1, 9.5, and an 8. So y'all give it up one more time. Give it up for the poet, not for the score. One more time for one time. Keep clapping, because the number 2's name artist coming up is Aaron Jeffrey.
Yeah! Get warning.
Ace, MS-13s, MS-13s, Crips and Bloods, Nietas, Latin kings and queens, You got clips and slugs, machine gun magazines. Are you a real thug, drug dealing to dope fiends, ready to die eye for anyone on your team? Do a drive-by that blows the enemy to sky-high smithereens. Fella full of bullets, killer dealer still in his teens, cause the wrong color bandana's hanging from his jeans. Are you a level-headed, real rebel, putting your pimped-out Hummers pedal to the metal, showing the white devil you will never ever settle for less? Did you recruit a whole mess of new shooters this year? Did you whisper sweet nothings in each school kid's ear? More money, brotherhood, protection, no fear. The chance to write your name large on the face of the world. Don't know who's in charge when our gang bandana's unfurled. If you answered yes, all of the above is true about me, then you're a OG, an original gangster. Yes, you! Give yourself a hand, original in everything you do and say. Original every time you blew a brother away. Original every time you spew some line our government already recited 100 times about why we need some vengeful or preemptive attack. You ain't original gangster, you a carbon copycat. The same government you say you hate is the same government you go out and imitate. Talking about gun-toting, throat-slitting, you're each biters. Every gang-banging word you spoke was ghost-written by George W. Bush's speechwriters. MS-13s, MS-13s, Crips and Blood, Netas, Latin kings and queens. You got clips and slugs, machine gun magazines. You got nothing on the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. They got so many gang recruiters in high schools, they make y'all fools look like minor league teams. You think you're a rebel? Get the hell out. Every time you lift a gun, you ain't a thug, you a sellout. Lying to yourself, telling yourself you're rebelling when you're buying the same bullshit the government is selling. Gunshots form the staccato drum beats this country marches overseas to. That same punch-drunk, bloody need for war comes desert storming back to seize you, captive in the gun-happy messages that mainstream hip-hop industries spew. So we kill kids for our set or the stars and bars, thinking their death is the cure for some illness of ours, afraid they'll take everything we work hard for, or so attached to what we have that we have to have more. Either way, fear and greed lead out the same door. Whether overseas oil or street corner spoils we bleed for, the price of each of these wars is paid by the same people, the poor, until more and more souls of dead young men surround you. Their voices cut holes in the mourning mothers around you. The bodies in the flag-draped caskets from Iraq are the same as the bodies that we bag on the block, and the blame for these bodies belongs to me and to you, because we complain but do nothing about what the shot callers do, whether it's a hothead in Congress or a hothead on the block who wants to solve problems by having somebody shot. Tell them, I'm from New Haven, and what we learned growing up is you can't solve a problem by blowing shit up.
Y'all give it up one more time for the poet, not for the score. One more time for my boy Aaron Jeffries. Keep clapping, because we got the same artist up here. Jay Lapizzo.
I want to start off by saying, yo, that was some fire, man. Yes, sir. Yo. I never slammed before, so I'm going to keep it short and simple. I got a good idea of what it is now, you know what I'm saying? But it goes like this, yo. Woe to me, for I was enticed by the aroma, intrigued by his pleasures, entertained by his temptations, and left with nothing but the repercussions. Forgive me 2010 for being your 2012. I was under the impression that I was under the influence, but I was really under a spell. My dream seemed to be a reality, but the reality was that it was only a dream. Reflecting on my life using my mind as a television screen. Breaking every scene into components, trying to capture the moment. Realizing you can't lose nothing because you never really owned it. And if that's the case, then why am I considered a thief? I inhale the cushion, exhale my griefs. As I challenge my thoughts, I lose my beliefs. Told the devil I'm redeemed by God, but I lost my receipt. To which he replied that he plays for keeps.
Oh, shoot.
Lost myself right there. To which he replies that he plays for keeps. Trying to figure out the irony of ironies and the meaning of definition, the true purpose behind purpose, because life seems to be a conspiracy. All I hear is theories and heresies. But even in the midst of all this, I still press towards success and strive to my very last breath. Every morning I face my demons and every night death. Told every skeleton, get the fuck out my closet. Don't want to remember negative causes because I've gained peace in the midst of my losses. So you thought that your gain would be my loss, but in my loss I found gain. Now that gain is your loss and your attempts are in vain. You can no longer hurt me with your hate, anger, or shame. Cause like David Banner, I got hope in my veins. Yeah.
Get it in.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I have played the role of a citizen in a society where women give in, falling for men who leave us bruised, emotionally abused, and confused, believing that they will follow through on today's promise to remain sober. Patiently waiting for the lies to be over, we accept being abandoned by our lovers because we accept being abandoned by our lovers, which we have learned from our fathers who neglected our mothers, forgetting that they too were born from woman. Father, you are the one who needs to be forgiven for allowing the words of self-righteous males form testament that fails to include the female scripture. Creating an incomplete and obsolete picture, sir. I don't mean to lecture, but the woman, mother, and crone were around long before Jesus Christ was crowned. And do you remember that humans once believed that babies were conceived by women alone? They assumed the blood coagulated in the womb, and this was how the fetus was created. Stories of femininity were related, like the Amazon women of northern Africa, who were the first warriors to tame horses, and how enemies feared their vengeful spirits, but nonetheless called them beautiful, and praised Artemis, commonly introduced to young stargazers as the constellation Ursa Major, cradling the northern star, which for some reason is never acknowledged for determining the months and seasons, so it is this prodigal star which formulates our lunar calendar. Yes, Father, the earth is dependent on the moon, and perhaps this is why young men with envy become consumed with plotting to overthrow the matriarchy and establish a masculine hierarchy. Forming churches that kill to coerce. Transforming sacred customs into rituals perverse. Establishing dogma that aims to suppress Kundalini, Muhurati, Tantric goddess. never acknowledging woman for what I am worth. Institutions sell conformity and call that rebirth. Father, true holy water is not blessed by a priest. It is the amniotic fluid released at birth. And so if you want to be baptized, I suggest you wade between my thighs, and I will absolve you of your depravity.
Let's go.
My mouth, breasts, and hips are the Holy Trinity. So, Father, you should be worshiping me.
I try so hard not to be biased. So I need you to throw your scores up really, really quickly. Let me see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. From lowest to highest, we have an 8. 8.4. Wait. We have 2 8s. And then an 8.4. 8.4, Poets. But we're gonna keep it moving. One more time. 2 more times, actually. Analysis. There we go.
As I bite into a delicious jubilee, I'm forced to wonder if the person who picked it is even free. You see, I grew up with the noble images of those who collected the fruit of the earth in idyllic scenes perfected by peaceful farming life. No oppression, no strife. At least, that's what they told us. Brainwashed us with some wholesome images, a bill of goods they sold us because the goods they sell us often come to us through a pain they don't tell us about. So when the workers cry out, we react with doubt, finding it hard to believe that what we buy from our supermarkets isn't always retrieved with the due respect we thought all farm workers received. But for real, this ain't Green Acres or Hee-Haw, y'all. This ain't the Little House on the Prairie, or even Smallville. No, this is how most of our food arrives to our plate, through this country's traditional estate of labor exploitation, cultivated in hate. That Steinbeck scene put into current context, I never could have guessed what would be next. Human beings being stressed by oppressors, stomped like grapes of wrath, run through presses, weighted down by pails of 30+ pounds long, back-breaking days and incessant rounds of picking those green, red-orange delectables that we find so acceptable to be on our plates. Bountiful, the corporation not accountable. Statute says, give me your masses yearning to be free. Seems to be a lie to me, because if you don't look like one of the dominant culture, but have a hue more like some of you or me, you might be yearning for a freedom you can't see. Free trade agreements give the poor the freedom of starvation, or sending a loved one off to a plantation to be welcomed with greetings of locks and chains, pistol whippings and beatings, workers putting their lives at stake for a beefsteak. Bosses know what they're doing. They ain't no mistake. They're more interested in the quantity of their better boys and big girls than in the quality of conditions which would allow workers' children to be better boys or grow up to be big girls. You say tomato, I say tomato. Corporations say the same old bullshit bravado, creating a mix of publicity and tricks with which to confuse the public's wits, concealing the public's knowledge of the battering and the sticks, making a profit off the public's ignorance is how they get their kicks, tricking the public into hopping on over to where shopping is a pleasure, as long as you don't measure the blood, sweat, and tears harvested in this treasure which supports executive leisure. However, the workers. Now, collectively, the workers grow stronger like a fine wine, and so we follow their leadership, ally with them, knowing that over time, justice will prevail in the fields and human rights will be deemed more important than what a crop yields. Their spirit is strong, and even in the midst of tears, they sing freedom songs, so with them, we continue the struggle. Though the road may be long, integrity is ours, and to us the victory belongs. So, cultivate, when versuete foste a pohu. Cultivate, muévete fuerte a por trabajadores, que la fuerza de la tierra es suya. Trabajadores, que la fuerza de la tierra es suya. Farm workers, may the strength of the earth be yours. Farm workers, may the strength of the earth be yours. Coalition, may the strength of the earth be yours.
That's that Ken Brown.
I see one score. Give me 4 more. 2, 3, 11. I am literally already asleep, y'all. I swear for God.
I seen you passed out on that couch.
Power naps are the bomb.
What you said, I put you to sleep?
No, you didn't put me to sleep. I've been asleep. Alright, highest to lowest. I see a 7.9. Another 7.9. 9. 9.5. And a 10. Y'all give it up for analysis. Look at the scores. Give it up for the poet because he's the bomb. And we have our last slam artist coming for you tonight. Y'all give it up for my boy, Kev.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
What's up?
Question for you. You say that God knows us in the womb. He knows our end before we know our beginning. Does that make us his memories? The most clever and controlling invention of man is the calculation of time. Invented to keep the masses in line. But it truly matters not, for we're on the cusp of a new paradigm. I walk through yesterday's agony and chaos today to master tomorrow's glory. For I am history, present and future. And the words I've spoken have already been etched in his annals. The thoughts I've yet shared are today's tomorrows. What does your history say of your today? Were your words a waste of life's breath, or did you share your life's light to uplift another? Were your words a waste of life's breath, or did you share your life's light to uplift another? You got no answers. Were your words a waste of life's breath, or did you share your life's light to uplift another? We are our brother's keepers. Someone kept you, who are you keeping? Or are you one of apathy's brides? Wide awake, Leviathan sleeping. Devil's minion, sponge, soaking up life's blood seeping. Through societal cracks developed to envelop those brothers and sisters we should be keeping. I stand before you today as one of God's rays, to light your way to the promise of never-ending tomorrows. Where y'all at? I stand in front of you today as one of God's rays, to light your way to the promise of never-ending tomorrows. So I tell you today to look deep inside, for that's truly where your God resides. And the more you turn away from yourself, the further you'll get from your Father's eyes. You do not have to wait until your physical death for your spiritual life to begin. For it is written in the Word, Luke 17:21, the kingdom of God is within.
All right. Big Kev. Our last slam artist for the night. Throw him up. Let me see him. I want to apologize to everyone for not having a collective piece and not making everybody in the room a poet like we usually do. It's just so much noise.
Hello.
Yeah. Take it neck.
Oh, shit.
Come on, little head.